Ooh, just finished a nice little workout session. It's my day off once again in this chaotic place that I work at. So I'll move today. I'm gonna try to get back into like watching movies more consistently in the theater. I saw Civil War by Alex Garland, written and directed by Alex Garland, and it's one of the movies I want to see this year next to Dune. Here's my thoughts, man. It was a very unsettling kind of film to watch. You know, the entire film, like, you really don't know like who's fighting in a sense and what they're fighting for. Like, what's the reason why they're fighting? It's told through the point of view of the journalists, the press, and you feel like you're watching something unfold that you shouldn't be witnessing. It's very unsettling, and the main thing I found unsettling about it is the notion of Americans killing each other, Americans killing Americans in a war like that. It felt like cannibalism. That's what it felt like. It just felt so unnatural. Like that's the main feeling I can get from watching that film. It felt so unnatural and so uneasy. And we don't know what truly happened to why the Civil War escalated, but why the Civil War became a thing, like the actual war escalated into a conflict. I'm not choosing the right words. We don't actually know the reason why there is a civil conflict in this film. You just know that people are fighting, but as you can see, things are so chaotic that people don't know who's fighting who. And that's what war is. War are human beings war is what happens when human beings are at their worst. And it was just like, man, I can't find the right word to say this. It was just too visceral, man. It was just too visceral of an experience. And, I really do hope things don't get to that point. And I think it won't get to that point in this country. But, because it would be complete chaos, man. It'd be a chaos, especially with all the guns out there and all the thousands of fringe groups that are out there. And that's something people don't, want to adhere to. But like, there are thousands of these fringe groups, these militias out there that are training, waiting, and planning for something like this to happen. They like this is what they think they want, But I will say that, like, once you cross a certain line of committing murder and war crimes, there's no coming back from that. And I, pray that, we as a country don't get to that at all. And, I made a video back in 2018 kind of predicting this sentiment, asking the question whether or not are we going to end up in a civil conflict? Are we going to end up in a civil war with all this division that's happening in this country? And I still have hope for the American people and the American majority and the American spirit that it won't get to that point of view, because it's just an unnatural thing. It's so unnatural. Americans killing Americans over disagreements, both ideologically and politically, doesn't really make sense for me. And I always go back to the notion of the scene in Dark Knight. Why I believe this will not happen is, in Dark Knight, when they had the two ferry ships. One ship was filled with criminals, and the ship was filled with the civilians. And the Joker gave each boat a detonator, and one detonator would set off a bomb on the opposing boats. Right. So if you were on the civilian boat and you had a detonator, it would go off and set off the bomb for the criminal boat, and vice versa. But as time progressed and as the story progressed, you saw that both sides, both the criminals and the civilians, didn't choose to blow each other up, because overall Okay, so the reason why they both did not decide to blow each other up was because their humanity took precedent. Their humanity took over. And I believe that's the thing that will prevent something like this from happening. Our overall moral compass, like who we are, who we truly are, trumps any type of inclination to want to escalate things to a civil war. That's what I truly believe. And I hope I'm right. I pray that I'm right, okay? And I do believe that there are more good people in this world that will prevent something like that from happening. And even if it were to happen, I believe that there will be more good people that will help to pacify something from this, from escalating to something detrimental as we saw in the film. But that's just my thoughts, okay? I hope I was clear, okay? I'm just talking off the top of my dome right now, okay? Anyway, these mosquitoes are killing me. I'm gonna go inside. All right, see you guys later.